I think Floyd made a mistake. He honored his word and gave John a rematch. He's a man of his word. He's an honorable man. But I think he made a big mistake.
John Gotti's world collapsed brutally as Floyd Mayweather officially announced he's not fighting him anymore. Yeah, at first, Gotti was over the moon, probably thinking he'd finally be back in the headlines, basking in some long overdue attention. But nope. Floyd swooped in and shattered those dreams without a second thought. Now you might be scratching your head thinking, wait a minute, wasn't there a press conference because the fight was scheduled for August 24th? How can it be canceled? Well, if Mike Tyson and Jake Paul's fight can get canned 20 days before the big event, why not this one? And when a mobster gives you a bossy call, most people might tremble, but not Floyd. He doesn't take orders from anyone. Let me tell you how he handled this whole mess.
Trash talking.
Oh, absolutely.
That's what makes a showman a showman.
Finish the top.
But look at that double jab. He doubles up that jab like that, and then he goes straight.
Yeah, they roughhousing now. They roughhousing. That's it.
The bout was meant to go the distance, but it got cut short in the 6th round, as you have just seen. Not because someone got knocked out. Oh no. The referee had to stop it because of excessive trash talking. Yes, the verbal jabs were so brutal that referee Kenny Bayless had to call it off. Since when does trash talk end a fight? In boxing, trash talk is almost as crucial as the punches. It's all part of the mind games, trying to mess with your opponent's head. But this time it went way overboard and turned into an all-out brawl. Put this in, 222-232. As soon as the fight was stopped, everything went nuts. Gotti, refusing to accept the stoppage, went straight for Mayweather. Fists flying. Suddenly, the ring was swarming with people from both sides, turning the event into a chaotic free-for-all. The madness even spilled into the crowd, with security struggling to keep things under control. That last fight at the FLA Live Arena in Sunrise, Florida, was supposed to be just another easy win for Mayweather. A little exhibition fun. After the chaos in the ring, the drama spilled over onto social media. John Gotti III hopped onto Instagram and posted a photo with the caption, "Businessmjy Floyd Mayweather. You, my enemy for life." Can you believe that? This public declaration just poured gasoline on the already blazing fire between them. For Mayweather, who's usually the cool, calculated mastermind, this whole mess was way out of his usual controlled comfort zone. While his reputation didn't exactly take a hit, it definitely got a workout as fans and critics debated that night's fiasco. Look after the fight how Floyd was making fun of Gotti. After the dust settled, the controversy about the stoppage was all anyone could talk about. Critics and fans alike were questioning the referee's call. Was it right to end the fight over trash talk? Does such a rule even exist? The boxing world was split. Some thought Bayless did the right thing to prevent more chaos, while others felt it undermined the essence of boxing, a sport where mental toughness is just as important as physical strength. Now fast forward to the present, the rematch is set for August 24, 2024 in Mexico City, and it's already generating massive buzz. Choosing Mexico City as the venue was a genius move. The city's vibrant culture and die-hard sports fans make it the perfect stage for a showdown of this caliber. Plus, at 7,350 feet above sea level, the altitude's going to add an extra layer of challenge. Both fighters are going to have to dig deep with their stamina and performance. And when it comes to boxing legends, Floyd Mayweather's name is like the Mount Everest of the sport, towering and impossible to ignore. Mayweather, often called Money, and for good reason, flaunts an unbeatable professional record of 50-0. His career kicked off way back in 1996, and since then, it's been a masterclass in dedication, skill, and pure strategic genius. Mayweather's journey is dotted with some of the most unforgettable fights in boxing history. From day one, he showed an almost supernatural ability to read his opponents and switch up his strategy on the fly. Remember his 2007 bout against Oscar De La Hoya? Yeah, the one where he snagged the WBC super welterweight title. That fight is still talked about as a career-defining moment. And who could forget the 2015 fight of the century against Manny Pacquiao? Mayweather's tactical brilliance and defensive wizardry shone through, leading him to yet another victory and further cementing his legendary status. I was born to be a fighter. I'm going to die a fighter at the end of the day.
México, después de 25 años de luminosa carrera, por fin lo tendremos en México. He's the worldwide figure who revolutionized the...
Now on the other side of the ring, we've got John Gotti III, a guy driven by a whole different kind of determination. Gotti's name packs a punch not just because of his boxing skills, but also due to his infamous family legacy. As the grandson of the notorious mob boss John Gotti, he steps into the ring carrying a heavy load of expectations and a fierce desire to make a name for himself. The chaotic end to their first encounter has only stoked his obsession with the rematch. I've been training the whole entire year since the last fight ended.
I've been motivated. I've been training the whole entire year. Since the last fight ended, I've been in the gym. Been dwelling on this fight, been obsessing about this fight.
Gotti declared, showing just how intense and focused he is on taking down Mayweather. While Mayweather's career is a shining example of strategic brilliance and a spotless record, Gotti's journey is all about raw determination and the need to prove himself. The drive to redeem the mess of their previous fight has taken over his life. But Gotti's youth and relentless drive present a formidable challenge. At 31, he's 16 years younger than Mayweather, bringing a different kind of energy and resilience to the fight.
And like my father had said, I'm a dweller,
It highlights his commitment and willingness to push himself to the limit. For Gotti, training isn't just about preparing for a fight. It's about transforming into a fighter capable of taking down one of the sport's greatest legends. So, it's almost impossible that you haven't caught wind of the drama between Mayweather and Gotti. But just in case, let's dive into the juicy bits. John Gotti III, carrying a massive chip on his shoulder and something to prove, hasn't held back. You get me once, shame on you. You get me twice, shame on me. Gotti declared with a mix of bravado and frustration. This isn't your run-of-the-mill pre-fight trash talk. It's a vow for redemption. The chaos of their first fight left Gotti itching for another shot, determined not to fall into the same traps again. On the flip side, you've got Floyd Mayweather, the king of psychological warfare, responding with his signature cool confidence. Talk is cheap. May the best man win on August 24th.
Let the weigh-in. Talk is cheap, and he's absolutely right. Talk is cheap. So I took that to heart, and may the best man win, August.
He said. With those 4 words, he dismissed Gotti's fire and subtly asserted his own dominance. Mayweather's been using trash talk as a weapon for years, not just to get under his opponent's skin, but to reinforce his own aura of invincibility. Believe me, during that FaceTime call, Floyd was stunned into silence, like the calm before a raging storm. John Gotti III has taken his preparation to a whole new level. Training under the shadow of his notorious family name, Gotti has been relentless in his quest for perfection. I'm ready for a war, and this time I mean it from my heart. I'm ready for a fight.
I'm ready for a war, and I mean that this time from the bottom of my heart. I'm ready for a fight.
Estoy listo para la pelea, estoy listo para encarar una guerra. Llevo todo un año entrenándome desde la última pelea. He aprendido muchas cosas. Como bien dice Floyd, hablar es barato. Yo no lo voy a hacer, lo voy a hacer arriba del cuadrilátero. Estoy listo, más listo que nunca. Me dieron una oportunidad una vez, pero me la van a dar 2 veces y ahí es cuando la voy a aprovechar.
Recordando lo que fue el primer combate, el señor Kenny Bale, si yo entro en el análisis de lo que sucedió,
he declared. He spent the past year in near seclusion, focusing solely on his training. His days start at the crack of dawn with grueling cardio sessions, running miles before the sun even thinks about rising. His schedule is packed with sparring sessions, strength training, and tactical drills to sharpen every part of his fighting arsenal. On the flip side, Floyd Mayweather's approach to preparation is a masterclass in experience and finesse. As he simply stated, this showcases my talent and gives people just a glimpse of what I was doing.
My talent and give people just a glimpse of, what I was doing when I was at the height of my career.
After all this match is promoting young boxers now, he also wants to prove himself again. If you have ever watched his training videos, you can see his regimen includes precision drills to hone his defensive skills, footwork, and counterpunching abilities. Every session is meticulously planned, with Mayweather often sparring with multiple partners to simulate different fighting styles, all working together to keep him at his peak. Am I doing it for the money? Absolutely not. I'm doing it because this is what I want to do.
I'm doing it because this is what I want to do. And it's not like I'm hurting, and the people is enjoying it. My team is enjoying it.
He straightforwardly asserted, challenging the common perception. And don't forget, when it comes to the rematch, you can't deny the influence of the Gotti family. John Gotti III, lugging around the notorious legacy of his family, has a heavyweight supporter in his corner, his dad, John Gotti Jr. Gotti Sr. hasn't held back on hyping up his son's chances. I think Floyd made a mistake. John takes retests better than anybody else I've ever seen.
I think Floyd made a mistake. He honored his word and gave John a rematch. He's a man of his word. He's an honorable man. But I think he made a big mistake. John takes retests better than anybody else I've ever seen.
He said, underscoring his son's relentless determination and resilience. This isn't just about boxing. It's the Gotti family's mantra. Never back down, always push forward, and come back stronger after every setback. As the fight date looms, public expectations and predictions are heating up. John Gotti Sr. has been vocal about his confidence in his son. I believe he's going to shock the world and blow your minds.
He's going to blow your minds. That's what I believe. I believe he's going to shock the world and blow your minds. That's what I...
The potential outcomes of the rematch are the talk of the town. For Gotti to win, he needs to channel the raw determination and rigorous preparation he's put into training. His strategy will likely involve leveraging his youth, energy, and lessons learned from their first encounter. Gotti needs to be aggressive yet calculated, aiming to unsettle Mayweather and exploit any weaknesses. And that's how the fight that didn't even start has ended brutally. So, what do you think about Floyd's decision? Was it a smart move or a strategic dodge? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I'm dying to hear what you all think.